Compare these two versions of the same piano passage. Version number 1. Version number 2. I think you'll agree with me, version number 2 sounded way more emotional, beautiful, sophisticated, mature, and these are the things that we want to think about when we want to elevate our piano playing to beautiful, emotional music. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 easy ways to do that. Step 1 and step 2 are going to work together to equal step 3, which is the magic ingredient to unlock any piano music to sound beautiful and emotional, no matter what level you're at. So let's dive into it. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Matt Hodge. For the last 15 years, I've been a music professor and a professional piano player and a private piano coach. And one of the most common requests I get from students is help me play more beautifully. Help my music sound emotional. They want to have that beautiful, emotional piano music. So let's dive into it. Step 1. You need to have what I call the gentle touch. This is a big one. Now, I'm going to bring up sheet music that we're going to use in this video. This is sheet music that I created purposefully in a way that is very simple. It's not a very hard arrangement, but it's the old folk song, Auld Lang Syne. This is the song that we all sing at New Year's. Now, if you watch other videos of mine, you may notice a pattern that sometimes I like to show folk songs as a way to practice something. That's not just because I'm an old soul at heart, but I promise you folk songs are actually amazing to practice this stuff. Why? Because folk songs were purposely written to have really catchy melodies. They were meant to be able to be sung and learned very quickly. So they're very catchy. They have great melodies, which make them easy to transform into beautiful, emotional piano playing. So in this sheet music, gentle touch. If I were to just play the first few measures, my computer would play it like this. My computer would play the right notes in the right rhythm, but just because you're playing the correct notes and rhythm doesn't mean you're playing emotional music. So one way to do that is to make sure our dynamic level, our gentle touch, we're not just banging notes on the piano. Oftentimes students, when they're learning piano, they're banging the notes hard because they want to make sure they hit the right notes. So practice doing it softly. Okay, practice having a gentle touch. Now, this doesn't mean every single note has to be uber soft. We're going to get to that in a couple of minutes. But to practice initially, can I play this with a very soft, gentle touch? Okay? Step 2, along with that, is you want to have what I call a breathing tempo. A computer has a metronome. A computer would play things very strictly with a click. But oftentimes when you're wanting to sound emotional and beautiful on the piano, you want to have that fluidness, okay? So notice how I'm going to play the first couple of measures of this, but I'm going to let myself breathe a bit in the tempo. It's not going to have drastic slowing up and speeding down, but there's going to be times that I let something breathe. I may speed up something slightly or slow something down, and it's in the moment when I'm feeling. Yeah, let stuff breathe. Now, when you combine the gentle touch and the breathing tempo, this is going to help you with step number 3, which is my biggest secret that I do in my head. When people come up to me after I play in concerts or gigs or whatnot, I always get a lot of compliments of, oh, your playing is so beautiful, which is very humbling to hear. I'm going to tell you what's happening in my head. Step 3 is imagine a violin. Now, why do I say that? A violin, when you imagine a violin player, the stereotype of a violin is very emotional. A violin is seen as a very passionate sound. Because the way you do a bow on the string, you can make heavy vibrato, you can really move through it, right? A violin isn't just going to play a note. A violin could go. Right? They can have a lot of fun with it. Piano, I play my piano like it's a violin. I imagine a violin playing, especially the melody, because if I do that, that instinctively helps me figure out how I want to move through it. So, for example, this melody of Ode Lang Syne. That's a nice, simplistic, beautiful melody. Now, I want to imagine a violin playing that. So I will literally tell students to, it doesn't matter if you are a great singer or not. I'm not a great singer. But hum and mimic like you're playing a violin and how you would hear that melody in an emotional way from a violin player. So for example, right? You may feel stupid doing it, but I promise you it unlocks a lot of beauty. So I'm going to now play this arrangement for you, all right? Just to show you, you can do this with something simplistic. I'm not going to change the notes on the sheet music. I'm not going to change the rhythm, but I'm going to have a gentle touch. I'm going to let the tempo breathe, and I'm going to imagine a violin player in and out of it, okay? Yeah, so whatever song you're working on, or even if you just make something up on the piano, right? If you just make up melodies, practice combining this notion of a gentle touch, a breathing tempo, the idea of what would it sound like if a violin was playing this. I promise you it will make things so much more beautiful and emotional, right? Even this last line, just to end with this is such a beautiful line, but a computer would play notes like, right? It's fine, but I love to tell students, be a human. Don't be a computer, be a human. When you view it as, again, how the melody would play, on the violin, how the melody and the chords lead from one to another, right? How this first chord leads to the second chord. Ooh, that's beautiful. How that chord would lead to the next chord. Right? It like settles into it. How that chord leads to the next chord. Oh, right? So instead of hear the elegance, hear the music fall into each other, hear that violin playing the melody, have that gentle touch, the breathing tempo. That is beautiful music. That, my friends, is human. Be a human playing music, not a computer. Okay? So let's keep this piano party going. On the video showing up on the screen, I want you to go over there where I show you even more cool ways of how you can practice playing beautiful and emotional music. Also do all the YouTube stuff, all right? Do the click, the liking, the subscribing, the sharing, all that stuff. It really helps. If you want this free sheet music, this arrangement of Auld Lang Syne, I'll have the download in the link below. And also I've opened up a few more slots if you would like to book a private piano session with me. I love working with people. So check out the link in the video description below on that. And until next time, my friends, I'll see you over in this video, and keep making music.